Welcome to Hangman Tarot. We're going to get started with our celebrity tarot card currently reading. We're going to do kind of a love reading today. It's going to be Megan Fox and Machine Gun Kelly. So we're going to get started. They are a double Taurus, so they're both Taurians. We're going to find maybe a little bit about them. I'll read a couple things from some things online here. Though they are, you know, with the Taurians, they're super empathetic individuals. They do have a tendency, though, to be a bit self-involved. So because they love treating themselves and doing their own thing, sharing isn't exactly in their vocabulary. I've never been comfortable with sharing anything. And he was actually a single child and a lone child, Machine Gun Kelly. And they're both stubborn, too. Yeah, and they're definitely both non-followers, so they kind of go to the beat of their own drum, that's for sure. They did refer to each other as twin flames. Instead of soulmate, a twin flame is actually where a soul has ascended into a high enough level that it can split into two different bodies at the same time. So we're actually two halves of the same soul, I think. Anyway, Taurus relationships. So double Taurus relationships are magical. And they are definitely seemingly to be, that's what it seems to be with the case of these two. Yeah. All right. So yeah, so they're, you know, basically they met on the set of Midnight in the Switchgrass back in March 2020, and it wasn't long after Megan Fox separated from her husband Brian Austin Green, which they have children together, and they actually started engaging in PDA before we actually knew. So it makes sense that their compatibility is kind of like, I don't know, a dream, really. It's two Taurians. And even though they share the same sign, dating someone with the same zodiac sign can be infuriating. And it's like looking at a mirror, basically. But in this case, it's like the mere fact that Machine Gun Kelly and Megan Fox, their birthdays kind of work out with each other in favor. They're a little ways away from each other. So Fox was born on May 16th. And then MGK... I keep saying MKG, I think. MGK's birthday falls on April 22. Yeah. So they bond mostly over shared values and interests and the sensual stuff. Rarely kind of have an argument. They do a lot of date nights, but they like to just kind of like stay indoors, which is super, super important to a Taurus. I would know. I am one. I would never date a Taurus gentleman, though. Never. All right, make sure at the end of this video that you go ahead and hit subscribe to Hangman Tarot. Again, I'm Jordan. I am Hangman Tarot. We're going to get started here with our celebrity currently reading. We're going to find out a little bit about our celebrities first, and then we'll kind of move into some challenges within the past, which was only like a year ago for them, and then maybe presently. After, I will tell you, I was going to tell you after, but before, I just feel like something's going on with these two. I know a lot of people are like, oh, they're so cute. They're relationship goals. I don't think so. He looks fucking exhausted, this man. Either he's coked out, coming off something, or hungover, or has the COVID. This man is looking like he is losing his energy or soul. I don't know what's wrong with him. It's almost like he's hanging on her. He's hanging for life in a few of the pictures. And he actually looks like he's kind of like overly, like, this is mine, like ownership almost. Some people are like, oh, they're so cute. I don't think they look very cute right now. She's very thin, and he's very, very thin at this point. If you look at the past pictures, like, they did not look like this. Under his eyes, he just looks like he's sick. So for me, something's going on there, and I almost think that it has something to do with maybe him overly being maybe aggressive, because she actually does not usually do events, and the way that they're like, both out and about, and they're like, they almost look matching, and they're doing all sorts of photo ops and stuff like that. But when she was with Brian Austin Green, or like in her past in general, very secluded. Megan Fox is very isolated. She didn't like photos. She didn't like her kids' photos. And he just has never been like secretly hidden away from the media. He's been kind of out there. Very, he's more narcissistic if you were to look at them that way. So, like, something's going on. I'm just going to say that. And I'm just going to read the cards how they come out, though. Okay, so in the past, kind of like when they were first kind of hanging out, it was almost like there was a delay in kind of like buckling down or finally committing. Maybe even trying to make sure that she was loyal or honorable in the situation, but there was kind of a delay here. But her best idea is to always be kind, and her best idea is to always be patient and in the situation or in the commitment in the most honorable way. But there was a delay for some reason, whether that had something to do with him or not. There was, and this is an earth card, so this is definitely earth element. Currently, though, like, the turning point is not what she was hoping for. The turning point doesn't seem to be as positive in the situation. It's almost like she's upset about everything. So Megan Fox, the cards are indicating that there's things that just kind of are not coming into the way that she thought they'd be coming out, or like looking the way that she wanted it to look, or he's not doing something she wants him to do, or she's not feeling something she wants to feel. So she's actually getting pissed off about everything. So kind of like crying over spilled milk. So just kind of some of that. So it's like not overly sensitive or anything like that. She just legit just like is agitated about everything at this point. That could be induced by medicinals or, the druggy drugs. That could also be induced by the fact that you're dating Machine Gun Kelly. Let's find out about him. And his is an earth guard too, so it's fierce, honey. Okay, so there was some like business decisions basically in the past that he was not kind of like dealing with. Again, he's also very loyal and honorable in his commitments. So something was making it so that he wasn't like coming in for it. He wasn't like showing up for something. He wasn't like making good business choices or decisions. And these are things that he normally feels like he's good. That's kind of his character. But it is in delay. It's reverse 4 of Earth. So it's just showing that he cares about things. He does. But there was, for some reason in the past, there was a delay in it. And he wasn't like being his best boss or employee. As of now, though, I mean, he feels as if his path forward is enlightenment. He feels as if there's this joy within his life, and he feels contentment in this relationship and within himself. So maybe she's the evil one. And he's exhausted because she's sucking his soul away. Maybe she's the entity. I'm just thinking a lot of fun things here. If this was a movie. Anyway, Machine Gun Kelly needs to at least get an aspirin because he looks like shit. All right, so some past situations that kind of coming about. So in the past, like maybe in the beginning of the relationship, there was some kind of a legal thing, some decisions that just needed to kind of be made and in a fair way, and there was a delay in that. And doing kind of what's right and kind of standing up for your beliefs is something that the both of them stand for, and it's something that was delayed when they first got together. So it was like something was kind of in the way of that legal-wise. So they wanted to, maybe come out and talk about the situation or the relationship, but again, they were not able to, and that was just something that had come up. So as of this point, though, there is a lot of illusions here. There's a lot of lacking in the self-confidence of this relationship. So somebody is afraid to take actions. There's like an action-taking situation. It's almost like this relationship is one, but it's lacking the fact that there's no action being made by something or someone around it. And it is definitely one of them. Yeah. Okay. So so not only that, somebody's really focused on their ego in the situation. So again, that whole like image thing. So it's almost like there's a false sense of like entitlement here, and it might be by one of them, but this is one of the challenges presently. And it's like all those material things are great and fine and wonderful, but somebody in this relationship is overly obsessed. They rely on it. They do. They're definitely relying on that. Come on, cards. So spiritually, there's some healing that needs to be done here. Spiritually, there's a huge delay. Something's in the way of that. I mean, the universe connection is not being met here. Something's going on. It's weird. So it's that planning and action. So it's that action thing again. Some action isn't being taken by one of them or both of them even. So something needs to be done. And I don't know if that's like a splitsville. I don't know if that's like maybe moving forward with the relationship, or maybe, you know, she needs action and something done on her end that she's not doing, or vice versa. Let's find out a little more about it. Find out maybe an outcome here. It's almost like, you know, the whole image thing, the whole like being seen thing around town, downtown, whatever. That shit is exhausting, yes. So Machine Gun Kelly is doing all that. And that is where the ego is coming from. I'm feeling that for sure. But spiritually, they're both on a kind of a low. I mean, as high as they feel like they were, it's been a year and we're starting to see like things leak out. Like, exhaustion is one that I see, and even like crooked eyes. I'm definitely seeing that, and that's not a good thing. That is not a good thing. And now they're both like seemingly body language wise, they seem different than they were. Yeah, so there's a resistance to change and to really embrace what this relationship is. So that has a lot to do with not being able to change their ways. So whatever their way was, they're not able to change it. They can't personally change it, and there's a resistance now. And by not embracing that is going to piss one of them off, or both of them. So a great outcome, if they were to change their ways, would be to find some sort of ending here, and find if they got into the efforts of establishing this relationship or these actions, their efforts would take them into a very celebrated time, like a party almost, like a celebration, good times, because, you know, they got to a place where their action meant something. But it's just like a whole bunch of just like pictures. It's just like, what are you doing to really like do this? What are you doing to feed your soul? Like, what are you doing besides painting your nails and painting your tongue black and sticking your tongue out for the camera while your girlfriend glares in the other direction? So it's just like, what are you doing for yourself spiritually? Yeah, so the final outcome is basically just facing the fucking truth. Knights of Pentacle. I can't lie to you. It's an earth sign too, earth element. It's just being hardworking. Yeah, that's not going to get you anywhere besides like the opposite of where you were a year ago. It's like, yeah, you can say somebody's your twin flame. You can say this and that, but it's like, are you spiritually doing your work? Are you taking care of yourself? Or are you just presuming to think that you can say shit to make people think things? And now image-wise, ego-wise, it's leaking out. It is. It is. I'm not going to be like biased, but I am. They're not focusing on what's wrong, but the outcome is that they will. I mean, they're going to be taken into a very, very heavy, realistic hit in the face. It's just like, ugh. Like, do people not understand that this is not like love in the beginning? Because, like, if she's getting pissed off about everything, she has expectations, and love does not have expectations, I have to say. So it's like, if she's getting pissed off about everything, it's because he's not taking action. It's because he's just too busy posing for a camera and looking like shit. Like, get over it. Stop doing whatever you guys are doing. Get on with your lives. Self-care is needed, honey. Honey, honey, honey. That's all I got for that. But they are just like, they need to get it together and stop with the outfits. Like, just wear your normal clothes. But I want to see those two in a home, in their normal clothes, in their normal environment. I want to see what that looks like, because I bet you money it is not pretty. I bet you money it's not as pretty as what they're, you know, on the red carpet looking like. And she's like, what, 15 years older than him? And I ain't hating. I'm just reading. I'm going to read. I'm reading them. And that's what it is. They spiritually are on a low. That's not a good place to be when you are in love. I ain't a hater. I'm just realistic. That's what I like to say. All right. So make sure that you go ahead and go check out all the other celebrity tarot card readings. If you have a recommendation, please let me know. Also, hit subscribe so you can come back for all of your tarot card readings. It doesn't matter which one. The bell, if you click it, will let you know when any of them are up and running, any new content, any live content. Also, go ahead and check out all those links in the description box. Share, like, and follow those, as well as have a beautiful, beautiful weekend.